Girls, see that? Deliciousness. You are probably thinking, I need to lose weight. Can't eat this. Want to. Frozen Thin Mints, hello. But you're, no, I'm on a diet. Man, they look good. Truth is, today I'm going to teach you how you can eat this and still lose weight. Bottom line, if you want to lose, put my prop down here, if you want to lose 10 pounds, maybe even more, some of you can lose up to 15 pounds by September 1st. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Today, by the end of the day, you're going to know how to lose the 10 pounds or more. You're going to have a meal planner, step by step by step by step, how to plan a perfect meal for weight loss that is satisfying. You are going to have my personal swap method, meaning if you want this, swap it out for that. It is the way that I have stayed lean and eaten amazing food my whole life, honestly. So when you come on, put a live or a replay. I have every single thing, the meal planner step-by-step, the portion control, like how to set your calories or do the plate method. I have my swap strategy all in a guide. So if you want the guide, put live or replay and then put the guide if you want it. I'll zip it over to you. And that way you can just relax. You don't have to take notes. So when you come on, say hi to me. Katie is here. Kelly, Sonia, good. Girls, let's go. So, and again, comment, talk to me the whole time. I love it. So here we go. This is what I want to tell you. You are in the middle of summer and you're thinking, okay, I missed my opportunity to get in great shape for the summer, right? Big fat lie. And so many times I've heard a million of us say, well, you know, I will just get ready and lose the weight in the fall, or I'll just, you know, I'll make do this summer until, you know, I can just get settled in my mind. And this is the thing, while we are procrastinating because we feel like it's too late, really what we're doing is we're miserable. Our bellies are growing. Got this weird back fat thing going on. What is that even, right? Your shorts from last year don't fit. Awesome. Your tops that used to fit are like, you got to pull it extra hard to get it over your belly. So while you're procrastinating, you're miserable, right? And the truth is, getting in a bathing suit makes you want to crawl into your beach chair. And it isn't necessary. This is what's happening. We are believing the lie, and it comes from a fantastic place, that losing weight means you have to be miserable. Yeah? And so really, literally, you tell me I'm wrong. Literally what we are doing is waiting for the perfect time. It'll do it in the fall. I'll do it in the new year. We're waiting for the perfect time to be miserable. I think I'd be better at being miserable if it wasn't summer. And I get it. That's what diets have done to us. But today, I'm going to show you how to get the weight off in a consistent, steady way and not be miserable. You will still get your slushy drinks and your ice cream and your whatever your summer food is, your barbecue, all of that you can still have, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So, notes. First thing, again, if you want the guide, it's all in there. Portion control, the whole thing. We'll go over it later. So, teaching. And say hi to me. There's so many of you here. I love it. Patsy wants the guide. Atta girl. School is out and this is perfect, says Sonia. You're absolutely right. Yep. Katie says, I've put 10 pounds back on. We can get it off, Katie. Don't fret. So, how do you lose 10 to 12 pounds by September 1st? Number one, and you know me, if you know me, you know me, we're starting here. In your mind, that's where it all begins. The first thing I want you to do is get rid of the mindset of on a diet, off a diet. That's the reason you're procrastinating, is because you don't want to go on your diet in the middle of summer. No, summer's fun. Diets are not fun. So that's the first thing, is get rid of the on a diet, off a diet. We're not dieting. That is not part of what we ever do if you're in the sound of my voice, and I'll show you how to not diet. Now, is weight loss an activity? Yes. I'm not stupid about it. It is effort, but the on a diet, off a diet usually indicates that you feel on a diet super restricted. And that is not sustainable. It's the reason you keep gaining and losing the same 1,000,000 pounds over and over. Okay? So get rid of that. Number 2, I want you to get rid of this idea, and we're going to go deeper into this after a bit, of good food and bad food. There is a saying that we have in this group, and that is this: there is no good food, there is no bad food. Say it with me if you know the rest. It is all just food. And I'm going to show you how to swap out foods and have your body respond in the same way to the things that you say are bad and the things that you think are good. So we're going to go deeper into that. So number 1, get rid of your dieting mindset. You're not on a diet. I'm going to show you how never to diet again. Number 2, all food is okay. We just have to portion it correctly and in the right places. Number 3, you make a decision, girl. Listen to me on this one. I am not going to make myself miserable. I'm not doing that. And you know what? We're too dang old. Girls, listen, when we were in our 20s, we were good at being miserable. Like I always say, honestly, I was starving myself until my thighs didn't touch. That was my stellar goal. But those days are over. It isn't necessary. The mindset that I want you to take is, I'm not going to make myself miserable. And the way you kind of navigate that decision is, I have time. I have time. I don't have to get this weight off today. I would rather chip away at it. Listen, 10 pounds in 10 weeks by September 1st, that's 1 pound a week. That is considered to be pretty slow weight loss. But slow and steady is where you are now, girl. The whole Tavia shots, all that crap, you've learned hard lessons from that, and that can permanently be over, and you are safe to tell yourself, I have time. I want to do it right this time. And that mindset alone will take you out of dieting is miserable. Dieting is miserable, but eating clean should not be miserable. If it is, you're doing it wrong. So, comments. Katie says slow and steady, and Sandy finished with wins the race. Yeah, Sonia refused to be miserable. Yeah, girl, I'm not kidding. It is the power of your decision. It's the end of it. And the strategies I'm going to give you. So strategies. So mindset is first, strategy is second. So let's get into the nitty gritty of strategy. Now you listen to me. A lot of what I'm going to tell you in this beginning part right here is not new news. You're going to want to punch me in the face through the screen. But it's essential that you know it's just science. And the first thing I'll start with in habits that we have to correct is in sleep. I'm sorry. A lot of you are night owls. A lot of you have your habits so jacked up at night, and you know how to fix it, and you just kind of have this ritual that you're doing in the night hours, the early evening into late evening hours that soothe you, but they're not benefiting you in any way. What you end up saying to me, which I think is so funny, is that, oh, my body just doesn't need, I get about 5 hours. My body just doesn't need anymore. That science has proven 1,000,000 billion ways that that's just not true, not even remotely true. You need between 7 and more likely 8 hours of sleep in order to balance your hormones, and including your appetite hormones, your stress hormones, all the things that cause you to have belly fat are related to sleep. If you need help getting that fixed, let me know. I can help you. We're not going to go too deep on that. If you are disrupted because you're having hormone issues, that's a different story, and that's for your clinical team. But either way, the power that sleep has on weight gain and weight loss is unbelievable. So number one, fix your sleep. Number two, easy peasy, hydrate. You should be drinking close to, there's lots of different, opinions on this. Half an ounce per body pound is what you should be doing. So some say, I'm afraid of hyponatremia. Like, no, don't, you're fine. But talk to your doctor about what your requirement should be, but technically it's half ounce of water per pound body weight. So cut your body weight in half and drink that much in water. That again, in simple steps, my clients log water for me. And when they dehydrate themselves, they plateau or go up in weight. When they hydrate, let me tell you what, girl, I just looked at stats yesterday with a client. When they hydrate, their weight, boom, down it goes. So hydration and sleep have direct effect on how much you're retaining water weight and fat. Okay, what else? Here's one. I wish I could just wave a magic wand and do this for you. Stress. Stress is a killer. That's what, I don't know who started saying that, but it's so true, right? So stress, sleep, hydration, all impact weight. So sleep, really the way sleep and stress do it is they jack up your coping hormones, your stress hormones, and that causes your body to hang on to fat at your belly and your bra line. So if you have bra line and belly fat, your cortisol is likely quite high. So take care of yourself. Do things in relationships, in your schedule that mitigate, stop, prevent stress. Set some boundaries, girl. That's honestly, set boundaries on, interactions with people that trigger you. Set boundaries on the amount of social media and stupid TV that you're consuming that your brain thinks is real. Honestly, can't tell the difference. Set boundaries on things like sleep time and add great things like naps and spa days, right? So stress needs to be mitigated if you're going to lose this weight this summer. Get your sleep fixed, get your hydration on board, and get your stress mitigated. Summer's usually pretty easy, a little bit easier on stress at least. So you got that going for you for the 10 pounds. And finally, in the habit category, move daily. Now, the last workshop I did, I loved that sucker so much. It was all about how to work out. So if you need help with that, let me know. I'll give you that guide. But the bottom line is, whether it's just walking, which I say just walking, but the power of walking is there's more and more evidence-based research that shows it's better than just about anything we can do for our bodies. So, but regardless, you need to move every single day. If it's a high intensity interval workout or a walk, you are not to be sedentary all the time. It's not the way God designed your body. So look hard at, okay, I really probably could add a little bit more here. Now, flip side of that, worker-outers, those of you beasts who are working out, 5 and 6 days a week, I talked to one of you yesterday, you know who you are, those days are over. So what science has proven for women our age, perimenopause, menopause, is this: you need recovery. You need two things, and I'm not going to go too deep into it. I need to be careful. You need to lift heavy to build muscle and strengthen your bones, but you also need to move hard and quickly. We talked about HIIT workouts, but you need more recovery than you did even in your 40s and your 30s for sure and beyond. So look really hard at moving if you're sedentary, but not overdoing it, girls, if you're someone who loves to work out. So very often if my girls in Simple Steps have plateaued, If she's a worker outer, I will look at her workout log and be like, girl, you did 4 back-to-back HIIT workouts. Yeah, you've plateaued. So look hard at the way that you're moving. Either move more or move less, but it does have an impact on your weight. So comments. 2 miles, Sandy walks. Yes, I love your post about you and walking your sweet doggy. Sonia, back on the water. Girls, all you have to do with your water is have it next to you all the time. Normally, I have my massive jug, 40-ounce jug. I knock 2 or 3 of those out a day. I'm a camel. But really, water is all about setup. All of these things, and habit especially, is all about setting yourself up for success. You just have to have it next to you in order to drink it. Like if you have to get up from your desk and go get it, or you know what I mean? Like make it convenient for yourself. So, Katie, I've lost all my muscle. We get that back too, girl. So, and yes, Sonia says strength training for bone density. Yep. I've got all that information for you. Watch the last workshop. It's awesome. All right. Now, so we're talking about habits. Next thing is environment. You know what I'm going to say. Do I want you to have treats this summer? You better believe it. Can you lose 10 pounds and still have treats? You better believe it. Can your house be full of junk food and you lose 10 pounds or more by September 1st? No. It's not reality. So what you need to do is get nutritious, clean, safe for your body, safe for your weight loss goal, food into your house. Right now, this time of year, it is so deliciously easy. Berries, oh my gosh, I'm addicted to blueberries. Berries are at their peak. Watermelon is out. So get all of the things back into your environment that set you up for success. Get all the crap that you're buying, and you're buying it, out of your environment because you're going to eat it. You are probably, now listen, if you're in a mindset where you can have a chip or 3 instead of the whole bag, you can keep it around. That's where you are developmentally in your relationship to food. But those of you who are struggling and on a diet, off a diet, good food, bad food, get all that bad food out of your environment if you want to lose this weight by September. And then I'll show you a way to incorporate them back in when you want them. Okay. Sandy just picked cucumbers from the garden. Yes, you did. Listen, garden fresh food is so readily available, but listen to me when I say this. It fills you up. If you are always around junk food, you're going to eat it because you're hungry, let's say. But you feel like crap, but it has nothing to it. So you end up feeling hungry again. When you eat all these fruits and vegetables that are super high in nutrients and in fiber, you're full. You're not going to want a Dorito. So really take advantage of the season. This summer season is the best season to lose weight. Not kidding. I did that post from my Simple Steps clients that they lost between 13 and 17 pounds just May 31st to September 1st. And they were saying that summer's easiest because all this food's available, and then you're motivated because you're in shorts and bathing suits. And then the other thing is that you're happier. The sun is out. It's not gloomy. So it's easier to eat watermelon instead of a bag of chips. So, okay. Nitty-gritty nutrition talk now. So we've talked habits. We've talked about environment. So now we're going to talk about nutrition. First thing that you need to do is this. You're going to be eating, to lose this weight by September, 3 meals, 2 snacks. Or you can think of it as 6 small meals a day. That's, however you want to do it. Why? Because, and a lot of you have the mindset, the more I eat, the more I gain. No, listen to me. If you are eating, like a lot of you are doing things like, It's so dumb. 1 meal a day. A lot of you are fasting 16, 17 hours. All of that is shutting down your weight loss because it spikes, at our age especially, it spikes our stress hormones and your body's like, she's starving, hang on to the fat. No. So what I want you to do instead is keep your insulin level stable, your blood sugar, your blood glucose, whatever your understanding of it is. And the way that we do that, girls, is by keeping your body fed and fed and fed and fed. It looks like breakfast after a 12, no more than 14-hour fast overnight. It looks like a snack in between breakfast and lunch. It looks like a snack in between breakfast and dinner, lunch and dinner. And then at night, if you want another one, high protein, you can do that. But the idea is that when your hormones get the message, oh, she has fuel coming to us, we don't have to protect her, then your body starts to shed weight like crazy. So the first step is 3 meals, 2 snacks. Your snacks, and this is all in the guide, what to eat at each meal. Exactly, there's a food choice list and stuff, but your snacks need to, at every meal, including your snacks, need to have a protein and a carb. That protein is what sustains that insulin level to where you're not, when you feel starving, that means that your blood sugar has plummeted. And then what you do is you gobble down with your lizard brain, she's starving, coping mechanism, whatever you want, and you feel justified. And it's because your insulin level's doing this craziness. So you should never, another rule about 3 meals, 2 snacks right here, you'll know you're doing it right if you're not starving, right? Or stuffed. We don't want stuffed because it probably means you starved yourself. So, any more comments? Talk to me if you need to. So, 3 meals, 2 snacks. Now, next is this, portion control. How do I know how much to eat and what to eat? I'm going to help you with that. In the guide, I've done it 2 ways. There is a calorie. I'll teach you how to set your own calories or have somebody set them for you, an app. And then I'm teaching you the plate and hands method. They both work. So what should your plate look like? Let me get my first little tool. It looks like if you're trying to lose weight, I've got all these props. I love teaching you. I hope you're learning. All right, look, see this? Now, listen, I asked these kids to laminate this at the UPS store. I was in hell for like an hour and they never did laminate it. So, okay, here we are. I'm gonna swipe right so I can see myself. All right, so this is this is a fat loss plate. So all of your plates, essentially, while you are trying to lose 10 pounds by September or more, should look like this, and it's backwards for me. The majority of your plate should be vegetables, including vegetables and a portion of fruit. A quarter of your plate should be protein. And then you should have over here a little bit of healthy fat, right? So, Patty, where are the carbohydrates? I didn't think you wanted us to do keto. You better not do keto. You don't need to do keto. Your carbohydrates are coming from slow burning fruits and vegetables. This is what I mean. Things like all your fruit, those are complex carbohydrates. They burn slowly, right here, remember? They burn nice and slowly, and as you move through the day, it's still giving you energy, right? If you do starch, see that plate? If you're doing this, and we're going to talk about that, if you have starch at every meal, what's happening is it's fast burning. And so if you don't burn it right away, then your body, you're dead on, stores it as fat for later. So we don't want a fast burning, storable fuel. It's not necessary, especially if you're trying to lose weight. What we want is slow burning fruits and vegetables for energy. That's what we need. So your plates should look just like this every time you eat. Your snacks in between need to be like, whatever, protein shake with a banana or a chicken strips. I always say I was the weird trainer that I carried grilled chicken strips in a Ziploc bag in my purse. and I would pull out an apple and eat some chicken strips. So really, at every meal needs to be protein with a complex, not a starchy carb, but a complex carb, fruits, vegetables. So that's number one, is your plates need to look like this. Okay, number two. If you're someone who works out, you've earned your starch. And what I mean by that is your plate should look like this. After your workout, you have earned your starch. And why you need this after your workout is to facilitate the protein into the muscle. So after your workouts, girls, you need a little bit more protein, and you can add starch with your protein in order to get that into your muscle. So, but this, if you're trying to lose weight, this is only after a sweaty workout. Now, do I want you going into your workout feeling wonky? No, I never want you feeling wonky. So if you're doing a HIIT workout, if you're CrossFit or whatever it is, you might need a little bit of starch before your workout. I never want you to feel it's ridiculous, lightheaded or anything like that. I need you to feel energized. But when you save your starch for after your workout, your body will dip into your fat storage during your workout, not the banana you just ate. Does that make sense? So, questions? Anybody? I hope I didn't lose you on the carbs. You understand that? Sandy says zucchini noodles. Yes, good, Sonia. Great information. I'm glad you like it. Okay, moving on. So this is workouts. One meal post-workout, you earned your starch. Every other meal. Okay, now, are you ready for the goods? The goods are this. My personal swap strategy on how I get to eat all the good things and stay lean. I always say this. If you think for one split second that I've stayed lean like this and never eaten cookies and, pizza and no, absolutely not. I'm lean because I've eaten that good stuff. I'm lean because I know with this strategy I'm about to give you how to incorporate it into a clean diet and either maintain my weight or lose weight. I'm gonna show you how. Okay. First thing that we need to obliterate is that there's bad food, right? Props. So in our brains, these are melting outside. The funniest thing is that I had peanut butter Oreos and did all the math to see if I'll tell you why in a minute, and my son ate them all. And I was like, I don't even have any other cookies. I found these Thin Mints in the freezer. So normally what we would say to ourselves, chronic dieters, or just people who don't know, is that this is bad. These are bad. Can't have these till the weight's off, right? And then we would say this is a cup of jasmine rice. I love these instant cups because I'm always just cooking for myself. My husband's a shift worker, and so I just zapped this for a minute, by the way. Okay, this cup of jasmine rice. We like jasmine rice. I don't know why people think it's better than rice. Rice is rice, essentially. So this cup of rice is good. Bad, good. Wrong. There's no good food or bad food. It's all about, now, does this have, any nutrients whatsoever? No. Does this have some? Some. It's not great, but yes, right? So in that way, nutrition-wise, it can be good and bad. But listen to me, in the way that your body metabolizes things for energy, this, my girl, is equal. Not kidding. Can you believe that? 220 calories, 220 calories. 40 some grams of carbs, which I couldn't believe. 43, I think, grams of carbohydrates. This is like 44 or something. These are equal in energy. So what that means is that when your body is trying to lose or store weight, it sees these as the same. So what does that have to do with anything? If you want this, you want this later, I'm eating Thin Mints with my coffee, girl. It's just what I'm doing today. Then you look for places where you can find the calories elsewhere, right? And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to do the math unless you want to. I read the label on this to see if it was, and it's dead on. So what you're going to do is look throughout your day and see, okay, do I have to have rice with my salmon tonight? Couldn't I just have a salad with it and some veggie, whatever? Or anywhere else that you see, do I have to have a grilled chicken sandwich for lunch? Maybe I could use those bread calories and put them in the carbs for my cookies. Do you see how that works? Now, the thing is, a lot of you might be doing a massive eye roll, like, this is just no-brainer. But are you doing it? So are you looking strategically at your meals to be able to say, you know what, I really want that slushy drink tonight or that ice cream tonight. I don't think I'm going to have, a bunch of fatty egg yolks and cheese in my omelet this morning. Saving those calories. Okay. So comments or questions on that? I've got one more thing to show you. And that is, Katie says, wow. Good. I hope it's helpful. I hope that's a good wow. Not a wow. Okay. You ready? So we're looking for swaps. There's no good food, no bad food. It's all just food. Rice and the cookies are equal. So now what are you strategically going to do throughout your day? Okay. This is what I want to tell you first of all. The majority of the food that causes us to gain weight that's low in nutrition is high in fat, and they tend to be simple carbs, meaning starches, things that are white and gooey and yummy, right? So where you're going to look for places to swap out during your day is in your fat category. Over here, everything's backwards for me. I'm like challenged. Fat and starch. If you're someone who's eating starch and you're not losing weight, that's why. But let's say you want to maintain, or you're having starch here and there throughout the day. That's okay if it's okay with you, if it's healthy and, whatever, not too much. But when you want that burger tonight, you're going to look throughout the meals of your day and look for places where you can get rid of fat and get rid of starch. Okay, practically, what does that look like? Again, I talked about an omelet with cheese. Does it look like salad dressing? Does it look like cheese on the salad? So look for ways to find calories in other places and put them over into what you really want in the way of your party or in the way of that special dinner or girlfriend lunch, whatever it is. The thing that I want to teach you, and this is powerful information. So carbs, simple carbs even, and even carbs down here. So fruit, complex carbs and simple carbs, listen, have 4 calories per gram. A gram is a paperclip. So I won't go too deep into it, but just know that carbs and protein are 4 calories per gram. Listen to this. Fat is 9 calories per gram, more than double. So when you're looking at places to do swaps or to pull calories from one place to put them into the other, go for the fat. Usually that's where you're going. And if you're not losing weight, look hard at your fat content in all of your meals. So fat can destroy weight loss. And you know what stinks is that fat is little. And it's invisible. And what I mean by that is like shredded cheese. It's so little. How can it have so much calories? Or like it tends to be oils, right? And so you're like, it's clear. It's from an olive. How could it be bad? It's not. It's healthy for you, but not too much. You'll gain weight on good stuff. So and then it's invisible in our baked goods and in our everywhere, essentially. So I want you to start reading labels if you are plateaued or gaining or not losing, and find your fat content in your meals. And then swap it out and go get a barbecue. So questions on this stuff. Comments have stopped. Usually Facebook kind of stops them for a little bit. What else can I tell you? Katie says we eat a lot of our simple carbs with our dinners. It's true, right? And that came from us growing up in the 60s and the 70s, and some of you the 80s, where you had rice with, whatever, steak or fish. You had pasta. Remember how many spaghetti dinners we had growing up? Spaghetti all the time. But our portions were way lower. We did not eat like truckers back then. So yeah, it's okay to have simple carbs unless you're trying to lose weight. That's the whole thing. I eat simple carbs all the time. I have rice every single night with my meal. I love it. But listen to me, I only have about a third of a cup because I want to save my 43 grams of carbs in that whole cup. I have a third of this almost every night with dinner because I want the rest of my carbs and calories to go into the ice cream I'm eating later. How about that? So, Michelle wants to know, Katie says, yes, spaghetti, and we were active. We played outside till the street lights came on. Do you eat brown rice? All right, look, let's talk about rice. In my personal and I guess professional opinion, if you just read the label yourself between a bag of brown rice and a bag of white rice, there's not that much difference. I think brown rice has literally 1 or 2 grams more of fiber, which can help. It's not bad, it's great, but 1 gram is a paperclip. So if you don't like brown rice, the impact is not going to be life-changing if you have white. They're both starchy carbs that burn. Brown rice will burn a little bit more slowly, as will, I believe, jasmine. But for the most part, they're all about the same. They're all starches. Good question, though. I feel like people glorify things that just don't need to be glorified. It's all kind of the same stuff. Okay, what's next? Other ways to swap. So we talked about finding calories and eliminating those so you can put those calories into what you really want, the dessert, whatever it is. Another way to do it, girls, bottom line, this, is portion control. So in the guide, I put a graphic, and I couldn't believe it when I looked it up. A hamburger was 440 calories, I think. Big old greasy looking joker. And think about this. You're sick after you eat that. You think you want it all, but the truth is you don't, and you don't need it for sure. So really make it normal in your own mind, knowing that this is not the last supper. You're going to eat again in 2.5, 3 hours, that it's okay to cut that burger in half. Now you're only down to 200 some calories, and you get all the pleasure of the cheeseburger, and now you're not sick. So look hard too, not only at where to find calories with food swaps, which again is what I've done. This is how I look the way that I look at 54, is because I refused to give up all the things that I love. I'm a foodie. And so I figured it out, sister. That was necessity, right? So, but the other way is with portions. So just look hard at what you really want to eat. And if there's listen to me, if there's no swaps to be made, then now what you're looking at is half a plate of spaghetti instead of the whole thing, or half a glass of wine instead of the whole thing, whatever it is that is you're treating yourself to. So, what else? Is buying lean ground beef better? You better believe it. So beef is another place where it just has so many calories because of the fat. So if you can afford $50 a pound of 93% lean, do it. I'm not kidding. Because why? Listen, this is the thing. First of all, animal fat is going to jack up your blood lipids, your triglycerides, cholesterol. It's not safe. But the other part of it is that I don't want that much fat in my dumb, hamburger. I would rather have it personally. Maybe you do. Some people really feel like it gives a different taste, which I'm sure it does. But for me, I'd rather put those fat calories that are in that 80-20 burger into something much more fun to eat, like, whatever it would be, brownies. But it's up to you, like that. But know that everything has a place and a cost. It all does. So, okay, what else? I don't want to forget anything. Questions. Do you feel like you know what you're doing now? That's the goal. If you want to lose 10 to 12 pounds or more, again, my girls lost 13 to 17, but they had me in their back pocket. But if you're doing this on your own and you want to lose 10 to 12 pounds by September 1st, which is pretty slow, methodical weight loss, which is okay, you have time, then you need to do the following. Let's summarize. Mindset. No good food, no bad food. It's all just food. On a diet, off a diet. You are not on a diet, and you have time. Fix the problem the right way this time. Don't eat Optavia food in the summer. That's dumb. Don't do that. So fix this. Number 2, habits, sleep, water, stress, movement. Get those all lined up. If you want to lose this weight slowly and if you want to show up to September 10 pounds lighter, then fix the habits. Sleep, stress, water, movement. You can do it. If you need help, I'm your girl. Because those are the things that as a coach in Simple Steps, that's what I hone in on. Am I tweaking their calories and macronutrients? You better believe it. But it doesn't, listen to me when I say this. If your habits are jacked up, even if you're eating clean, healthy food in the right amounts, your body will not let go of weight. So habits are something I focus on as a coach in my program like crazy. Get your sleep, are you hydrated, etc. So the next thing is portion control. Again, all of these guides, all of these, graphics, they are all in the guide so that you can look at it and go, okay, this is what my plate's supposed to look like. Here are my food choices. Here is how I build a meal step by step by step by step. It's all in there. So portions though, and which is what I cover in this guide, are essential. There's no guessing. You can't go, well, I hope this food's okay. You have to know. That's why I'm doing all this for you. Swaps, went over that. Remember, I want this visual in your head forever. These are the same. Same calories, same carbohydrates. Make it work. And last, make sure that you are moving. Did I already say that? Move every day. Your body is made to be in motion, but also recover. You're too old to hit it hard every single day like you're 25. You're not 25. And I love you. I'm not 25 either. So, questions before we jump off. I love doing this for you. It is, if I can help you have hope, and if I can empower you to really know what you're doing on your own, meaning, okay, this is what I was doing wrong. Now I'm going to swap for this. This is what I need to add into my routine. This is what I need to take out. Then I am in heaven. If you need help, listen, I love it. You guys are warming up to me a little bit more and trusting me more with the phone calls. I love giving free strategy calls. I do them literally every single day. And I find like yesterday with my friend Kim, we got on there and just kind of peeled the onion on why she wasn't losing weight and why she was gaining belly fat, working out 6 days a week and not, there was a couple other things that I helped her find. And that's what I love, is doing the investigation on, because that's what it is. Those phone calls are free, no pressure assessments. And I just look at your stuff and say, you know what, Kim, I really think maybe this is it. Try it and come back to me and let me know. So if you want a free call, let me know and I'll set you up. And then if you want this guide, let me know. Put guide in the comments, live or replay. And you know how it works. I shoot it over to you and you have it immediately. So I love you girls. Let me make sure there's no other questions. Comments have stopped. Sandy says, very reinforcing. Thank you. Yeah. A lot of this is just reminders, right? Not new information. So, yeah. So girls, watch and rewatch if you need to. I'm here if you need me. The guide is available. And otherwise, listen to me. You can do this. You have to do it, but you don't have to be miserable. You are not by yourself. I'm here to help you. Your sisters in the group are so supportive. Go get the work done. 1 pound a week. Shoot, you can do that. Show up to fall looking like a hot mama. Fitting in your, listen, make that your goal. Fit into your fall jeans, girl. Totally doable. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.